Hello. Still doing that thing where I can't hear anything. It's pretty cool. So, God, this is kind of gonna be a disaster. Just heads up. Heads up on that. I gotta be very, very careful not to put anything on my left monitor because that's where the stream is, because for some reason window capture just straight up doesn't work with any branch of Path of Building. But I did get the community fork, which is updated and apparently updated more regularly. Also has like some additional features and wonderful colors on strength, dex, int, and resistances. Beautiful. Love to see it. Huge improvement across the board. So what am I doing here? That's a good question. It's going to be a lot of me looking at the wiki. Because like I said previously, I'm not the best Path of Exile player. And, you know, I'm going to try my hardest. This is going to be a hardcore character. Let's try and make sure it can live to mapping, at least, you know? That'd be cool. So, I know I want to use one of the updated skills. I wanted to use one of the new slam skills that they've made their own category. So let me take a peek at the... I mean, this is... I don't know the best way of doing this. Because, like... I could show this, I guess, but I kind of don't want to, because, like, very paranoid about showing my Chrome for numerous reasons. So let's not do that. Let's keep it separate from my Chrome window, at the very least. I could try and open up, like, Firefox. Firefox has, like, no information on me. Maybe, you know what, let's do that. I am going to hide the... just to keep this, you know, a little bit more interesting so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. I'm going to hide the display capture real quick, and I am going to move the page I pulled up in Firefox. You know what, I should have copied it so I could just paste it. That's hindsight, 2020, etc. Path Exile Twitter. I just need to see the 2020 gems page. And the wiki. See, that's... Maybe I should... Ugh. Firefox isn't my favorite browser to use, and I've just got like a bunch of Flash games on my like new tab suggestions, because like that's the only reason I used Firefox in the past, was because like, I don't know, Chrome was finicky for some Flash games for some reason. Something like that. Anyways, cleared all that out. So now if I go to a new tab, it's empty. Beautiful. Give me... I shouldn't have to open a new tab, but just in case, you know. I don't want you guys to make fun of me for my Flash game choices. Path of Exile. Wiki. Cool. That'll be pretty much everything I need, I think. Hopefully. This page did not load properly. What's up with that? Please tell me I can actually use Firefox. Oh, dude. Dude. Come on. This is a disaster already, and I haven't even started building. Do I need to update my Firefox? I don't know where to do that. I would have thought it would just automatically update. Why? Why, man? Why's this gotta happen? Just fucking Google update Firefox. How? Yeah, please give me a tutorial. Also, I have RuneScape music playing. I didn't even mention that. I just talked about how I couldn't hear. Let me mute my desktop audio for a teensy bit while I play this video. How to update Firefox. So far, this is by far my favorite stream I've ever done. Yep. Click that little button. Go to help. Okay. See, they're using an outdated version of Firefox, though. Either that or I'm using a really outdated version. Okay. You go to About Firefox, really? That's... I mean, I really would have assumed that it's automatically updated. Right? Oh, apparently not. Apparently not at all. Interesting. Oh, updated. What a weird way of making you update. I'm sure that there's some way to do it automatically, and it probably does it automatically if it's your default browser. Anyways, RuneScape music can come back. I guess I'm just fine showing you Firefox? I don't see why not. There's nothing bad. Doesn't have my credit card information somewhere. I think it's good. I think it's good. Alright. Let's get on with it. Let's do what I'm here to do. I'll also open up the wiki again. Okay. So what skill am I going to use? Good question. I think it was either between Earthquake or... was it Tectonic Slam? Tectonic Slam had an interesting change that I wanted to try out. Smash the ground in front of you, creating a wave that travels forward, damages enemies. So that's like the directional Earthquake, basically. Waves deals more damage to closer enemies. Got it. Ice Crash, slam the ground, Interesting. Perforate, don't really want. I've tried it, kind of hate it. I'm sure it can work, but I just didn't like it all that much. Tectonic Slam, this is the one I wanted to look at. Slam the ground, unleashing a fiery fissure in front of you, dealing area damage and randomly releasing a number of smaller fissures branching off from it. Consume an endurance charge every third time you slam the ground with this skill. 60% fizz to fire, it's pretty good. 220% base damage, 10% increased area of effect, 5% more area of effect per active endurance charge, 5% fissure branching per endurance charge, also interesting. 30% fissure branching chance. Got it. Okay. Weird. That's like... like what happens when you get to 100%. Like, you can get pretty damn near 100%. Not like... How many... What is the, like, actual in-game max amount of endurance charges? You can get a really fucking high number. And that's what I'd like to do. That's what excites me about Tectonic Slam. Okay. The alternative is Earthquake, wherever that is. There it is. Downside about Earthquake is that... Well, I don't really know how they've changed it. So I never played Earthquake. I just knew that most people, when they talk about Earthquake, they kind of say, like, Earthquake is shit unless you have the helmet enchant that gives less duration, I think is the one. Because, I don't know, 1 second doesn't seem that bad, though. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe it's just people played differently, but, like, I know obviously if you have, like, decent attack speed, you're going to be attacking more times than once per second. But there's ways of lowering the duration outside of the helmet enchant. Although, obviously, you don't really want to use, like, a support gem, or don't really want to get out of your way on the passive tree. I don't even know, is there any passive tree support for, like, less duration? I don't think there is. I think there's only increased skill effect duration. Anyways, okay. I'm leaning more towards Tectonic Slam. So let's go back over here and fucking slot that in. Going to use Tectonic Slam. Have they updated it? No. Interesting. So it had like a completely different style to it. Okay. Well, whatever. We're gonna live with that and just know that it's gonna work differently. It's still comparable in terms of the stats. It's just gonna be a little bit off, which is fine. That'll get updated whenever the game comes out. So, or the update, not the game. Game is out. So where are we going with this? Do you use endurance charges? Definitely yes on that one. Why did that remove so much stuff? Oh, it didn't. It just moved it over here. Okay. Let's not mess with anything else. I just definitely wanted to turn on endurance charges. So that's what I'm gonna be pumping. Pump that number up. Pump those numbers up. What kind of weapon do I want? Good question, because they changed the... I guess I need to open another thing in Firefox. Come back, Firefox. Oh wait, it was open. Let me look at the base types list again. Back to Path of Exile Twitter. This is going to be a very fun stream for people who like watching gameplay. Almost as fun as that train game, am I right, everybody? What am I looking for again? I'm looking for... What was I looking for? What am I looking for? The base types. God, I'm stupid. There it is. Two-handed weapon base types. I'm definitely using a two-handed weapon. I wouldn't mind having block. Stabs also... Am I going crazy? Or do stabs have a higher chance of rolling elemental mods? I might be going crazy. Might be going crazy on that one. They definitely have a chance of rolling spell casting mods, which I don't want, so I would want a war staff. Okay. Spell block's not bad. I honestly would probably prefer just Maelstrom staff? Maelstrom staff? How's that compare to the non-war staffs? It's comparable. It's all comparable, so No issues there. There's also fair reason to want maces for that stun. I don't really like, I don't know, the high-end maces are a little bit weird to me. I don't like chance to deal double damage that much. I guess, I mean, obviously as like a passive, it's not hurting you. But like, I would much rather have base stun duration up instead of chance to double stun duration. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know what the chance can get up to, though. Like, if it's 15, 20%, that's actually pretty reasonable. I don't know. Don't know. I think I am probably just going to go for block, though. Just because block is a very good thing to have. So yeah. Don't see any particularly great reason to go for Ezomite. Obviously higher damage cap, but like lower damage floor. I would rather have the consistent damage, or more consistent damage of Maelstrom. So let's live with that. Actually, can I undo close tab, please? I need to probably like fiddle with the stats a little bit. Let's see. Weapon craft. I mean, I could probably just. You gonna be nice and have like. Okay. Fire staff. So what does that entail? Because I do want to do fire damage. You know, I'm just gonna go with this and tweak it from here. It's like. See, I don't want that. No. In fact, this is pretty bad for my purposes. So never mind. I'm just gonna take the base and craft it from there. I don't want to see what I like whenever I'm doing damage values. I just go for like decent. I don't want a ridiculously, you know, just fucking cancel that craft item. Rare. Stafe. Type. Stafe. Base type. Maelstrom. Although, I don't know, maybe I should just go for fucking, well, actually, apparently Maelstrom is telling me that's the best chance to block attack damage. So whatever, let's just go with that. It's probably, I don't want to fiddle with the, like, base stats of the weapon. It's fine. Like, they'll update it. I'll update it. It'll be fine. We don't need to know my exact damage numbers, just like a rough idea of what I'm going for. Plus to level of socketed melee gems. What the fuck? Is that a War Staff exclusive modifier? I don't think I've ever seen that. Is that just a melee modifier? I so rarely roll melee. Or attacks in general, like I said on the last stream. Although I cut it out, so if you're only watching my VODs, you would never know. Because I tried to make my build, but because I wasn't using this version of Path of Building, I couldn't. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that at average. Wait, is there any other tier 1 plus 2? Wait, can it? Okay, it can go lower. It just put me on the... Yeah, whatever. They want to put me at 2. Keep me at 2. So... This is not... a War Staff? Am I losing my mind? Or do War Staffs have, like, a lower chance? Here we go, we're going back to the wiki. Also, I didn't mean to... You could see my stream there. That's fine. I don't really care that much about the tiny window that you can't read at all. But I should make sure not to hover over that in the future. Just in case. It's just bad practice. Anyways, I want to open up War Staff. Let's learn. Let's learn about this shit. Can not roll spell-related ones. That's what I thought. I thought it was impossible to roll spell mods, but Path of Building is letting me. What's up with that, guys? Gotta work that one out, work the kinks out of that one. Anyways, it's not that big of a deal. I'm definitely gonna want percent increased fizz, like, duh, you know, let's not be crazy. I mean, time and a place, I guess. I probably just want increased fire damage, though. 60% of my damage is being converted to fire. It gets the bonus from the fizz and the fire. Wait, unless, is this a local mod? I think it's local, which I think means it only affects... How does that work? I should probably know that. We can test it. So right now, I am using Tectonic Slam. Let's just add that to the build. So 1047 damage. This weapon has no fire damage on it. Oops, that's not how you do that. So let's see what happens if I remove that modifier. Okay, so it does work. I thought it would work. I was just making sure. So yeah. It's getting hit by the increased fizz, it's getting hit by the increased fire, because I'm still doing the damage from the weapon, even though the weapon doesn't have fire damage, 60% of it is being converted to fire damage, and I can boost that higher if I need to, and I probably will, just to get the extra benefit out of it. Anyways, increased fire damage. Easy. Suffixes. I mean, is there any other prefix I would really care about? I don't really want life on my weapon, although I should really look if there's something more interesting that I should look for in the future. Oh, increased elemental damage with attack skills actually goes higher, doesn't it? So, like, increased fire damage goes to, just to see the max, 150 to 164, versus increased elemental damage with... Ooh, that's not what I clicked on. Increased elemental damage with attacks goes to... Never mind. Never mind. Increased fire damage is significantly better. Yep, I don't see any other modifier I would really care about. Obviously... Well, I mean, how much does added fizz go to? Like, let's save it with added fizz. That's 1159 with added fizz maxed out versus increased. I mean, you definitely want the increased percentage to fire damage. There's no way that's not stronger. Yeah, that was actually less of a difference than I was expecting, but still, is stronger. Okay. Here we go. Suffixes. S1 Abyssal Socket. What the fuck do you get that from? These are not normal mods. Like, Path of Building, the other version, definitely doesn't have these mods just, like, normally available. I have no idea how you would get this mod. Socket Strength Gems? What does that even mean? Just anything that requires strength? Okay. I mean, potentially good, but... What are these mods, dude? Am I, like... They're all of the underground. I'm just gonna assume these aren't normal mods that I can get normally, because I've never seen them. I wouldn't know them if I saw them walking down the street, wouldn't say a thing. Damage over time multiplier, well yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, another increased fire damage mod, come on. I'm not sure about attack speed. Wait, yes, I'm using Tectonic Slam, not Ground Slam. Or Earthquake. All wrong words. You know what, let's just chill. Let's just chill here. We don't need to boost my weapon an absurd amount. Also, why did that increased fire damage here do so little? Because it's very little increased fire damage. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just chill on the... Nope. Chill on the suffixes. It doesn't really matter. I'm just having fun looking at modifiers. I definitely want to use armor on this build, because when you're stacking shit tons of endurance charges, it's pretty nice to tank a shit ton. Also, very interested in this one. 100% chance to defend with double armor. Maximum damage reduction for any type is 50%. So that does not include resistances. I think it's just damage reduction in the form of like what's it called? What's the flask? I should know this. You know the one. It's basalt, I think. I think it's basalt flask. And obviously endurance charges. But I don't think even with like at least the way I build my characters, which I'm sure is bad, I don't think I've ever gotten close to 50% damage reduction. That's really, really high, and still, like, just an extremely good bonus for not that much downside. It's basically just double armor. Weird. Moving on, though. Let's just get basic armor boots. Which one of these is the one I want? Not the one with elemental resist. Spiked gloves? It counts as melee, right? I mean, Tectonic Slam, it's not really melee range, but I do believe it's a melee gem, right? Melee. There you go. Gotta love it. Yeah, I mean, I could just extra damage. Why not? It's not that much weaker. Why not? Yep. Slap it on. Amulet, rings, belt. Don't care. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. That's like stuff you do in the build. I mean, obviously, like I said, like if you're good at Path of Exile, you know enough about uniques to be like, oh, this unique, I need at least one of those unique rings. This unique belt is gonna send me. Not Headhunter. Anything but Headhunter. Anyways, where am I starting? Let's start by talking about what my Ascendancy class is gonna be. So, God, I'm gonna have to read through all of these because, like, I don't play I'm probably going to be what's his name? Marauder. I don't play Marauder that often. I think I have recently, but not often. It's between Marauder and Duelist, probably. Duelist would be for Impale, because I do also... Where is that Impale keystone? There? No. There? No. There's so many fucking keystones, dude. They added quite a few. I'm talking about I'm looking for the... You know the one. Impaler. That's the one. So I could still easily reach that from Marauder. It's just... obviously... What is this guy? He gets impale shit, doesn't he? Yes. 20% chance to impale enemies on hit with attacks. Impales you inflict last 2 additional hits. That's so pointless, because anybody properly using Impale is going to have a 100% Impale chance. If you've impaled an enemy recently, you and nearby allies have plus 1000 to armor. You and nearby allies deal 6 to 12 added fizz damage for each impale on enemy. cool. Not bad. I mean, this probably not going to be Gladiator, being real. Yeah, just doesn't have a lot that I want. It's, I mean, this is, you know, literally only going to get frenzy charges from this because two-handed counts as main hand. Definitely not Slayer. Although Life Leech is better with two-handed weapons now. I would probably go for this guy. Who is he? What's this man's name? Champion. I would either go for Champion, or let's take a look at, like, literally all of the Chieftain's Ascendancies. Honestly, even the Fire Boy would probably be good. Probably, actually, wait. Maybe I will be the Chieftain, I think. Let's take a peek. Berserker I don't think is what I want. 50% increase crits. Warcry, yeah, they changed that one. Ooh. I don't really want to be an angry boy. Not feeling the rage. Hey, there's 5% free damage reduction, so clearly this man could get close to the 50% cap if I pushed it. Armor received from body armor is doubled. Whew! That's a big one. 1.5% of total physical damage prevented from hits in the past 10 seconds is regenerated as life per second. Wow. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Does that include... So it's kind of vague here. It says prevented from hits. Does that include damage that is being taken away via armor? Or is it just from, like, damage reduction, such as via this node itself and endurance charges and other sources? Fortify, I think, also gives flat, or not flat, the opposite of flat. Scaled. Scaled damage reduction. 1000 accuracy rating, 1% increase. This seems like a node I don't care about. An accuracy rating equal to your strength. I mean, maybe if I really need accuracy, but I'm not really leaning towards crit, so I could always take. Did they move it? Cannot evade enemy attacks, cannot be stunned. There it is. I think that's the same place. Maybe it moved. I don't know. I always knew it was like around this area. I think that's the same spot. Yeah. Haven't thought about crits. I mean, it takes away like a free boost to your damage, so I should consider not taking away crits if I don't have to. Action speed cannot be modified to below base value. That's pretty nice. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not great compared to like the other nodes I've been reading. See, now this. I need to look back at Champion and see if he has like any endurance generation. Hits permanently intimidate enemies that are on full life. Gain adrenaline for 20 seconds when you reach low life. Adrenaline grants 100% increased damage, 25% increased attack, cast, and movement speed. 10% additional physical damage reduction. Damn. 20 seconds when you reach low life. That is a long time. And you immediately recover from it. This seems like incredibly strong if you have some way of getting low and then recovering. I mean, it just kind of recovers itself. But you can only do it once every 20 seconds. Otherwise, you're not going to recover when you go low. So this is increased Fortify shit. You have Fortify. That's kind of a that's a meh node. Just because if you're playing the game correctly, you're going to have 100% Fortify uptime anyways. Oh yeah, Fortify is fucking... What? Fortify is so much stronger than I gave it credit. It's fucking 20% less damage taken from hits? Jesus. That's a lot of damage reduction. 100% chance to taunt on hit. 6% reduced damage taken to be taunted. So I'm seeing no endurance charge generation. Ew. Well then. I thought... Did they... Am I misunderstanding how Impale worked, or did they change this guy? Because I thought this guy could have a higher maximum Impale count, meaning you get extra, 10% damage per Impale. Oh, Impale lasts for 5 hits or 8 seconds. Did they change the way Impale works? Oh, whoops, don't do it in Chrome. Do it in Firefox so that the world can see. That's not how I thought Impale worked. Maybe I don't want to go for Impale. Wait. The next 5 hits against the target apply... Maybe I'm just stupid. Hey, I just never knew how Impale worked. Oh. Okay, so he can have higher max Impale. So let me look back at the Impaler, then. Because that is much, much stronger than originally thought. Damn. So, because of the, 8 seconds cap on Impale, though, still not that great. Not that great to get this, I mean, since I'm going to be attacking pretty slowly, Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards whatever this guy is. I should look at Chieftain, though, just in case. Just in case. He's got fire stuff, he's got regen. That converts the rest of my fizz to fire. Every 10 seconds, gain 100% of physical damage as extra fire damage for 4 seconds. I mean, that's just a shit ton of damage. And a shit ton of leech right there. And Ash, what does Ash do again? Enemies that are covered in Ash have 20% less movement speed, 20% increased fire damage taken. Sick. Love it. And that's on what? Rare or unique enemies. Got it. Damage over time multiplier. But damage penetrating fire res is just good. So, even if I don't really care about burning, that's, it's not bad. What is Tao's Chosen? I should bring up Firefox again, I guess. Tao, how is that spelled? Either there's no information, Tahoa. I almost spelled it right. There we go. Oh, this is Reddit. What is Tahoe's chosen? What is it? Is this information anywhere? Am I blind? Did it say it somewhere here? No. I don't know. I guess... I mean, this seems like a new thing. I have no idea. I have no idea, dude. Totem shit. It's like... What's that skill? What's the one where you light yourself on fire? That's what this is for. No. Yes. That is actually, like, this alone is making me go, 5% chance to gain endurance charge on kill. Does he have any more endurance charge shit? Just this. Whew. I can get endurance charges elsewhere. I don't need it from the Ascendancy, though this guy obviously has more. Like, this is if I want to be smart. This is like the obvious super tanky defensive route, and I am playing hardcore. But in a lot of ways, offense is defense. In a lot of ways. That being said, if I can't get really solid endurance charge generation, kind of off the table, because I am going to be using 8% chance on kill. I'm going to be using a ton of endurance charges using Tectonic Slam. Every 3 attacks, purging one is, you know. When you stun an enemy with a melee hit, that's probably going to happen pretty often with my damage. Who knows, though, honestly. Who knows? That felt like a new cluster, too. I don't think I've seen that cluster. Yeah, I mean, that's really fucking far away, though. Obviously, you know. Not bad, but very far. Kind of the same deal with this. Don't care about totems. I could get life on the way. Oh, wait, that's not life, that's leech. I mean, leech isn't that bad either. I'm going to be going here for the impaler, because I'm still probably going to be going for impaler. Because that's just, you know, at worst, that's a free 50% damage increase after the first hit. Like, that's really good. Why wouldn't you be going for that, right? Dude, I think I'm gonna be a little baby bitch. I'm sorry. Like, there are a lot more damage options for Chieftain. I think I'm gonna be a juggy boy. Great title, thanks. It's very accurate. Don't expect much out of me. I am overanalyzing absolutely everything, and still getting nowhere. What's the plan for Harvest? Play it. Play it on solo self-found hardcore, and try not to die. I'm not that great at Path of Exile, and I'm not that great at building characters, but I'm good enough, you know. Overanalyzing is pretty hard not to do, especially when there's so much information given to you at literally every moment. Let's start with the obvious shit. Just bump my level up to 90 so that the average damage is accurate, because as you level up in this game, your hit chance goes down because of the enemies you're going to be fighting. So just to get a more accurate representation of what my accuracy is, I should pump my level to 90 so I know how much accuracy rating I need. So anyways, let's start reading this shit again because I didn't fully read Jug's Ascendancy nodes. It is a really good time for solo self-found in general. The crafting shit is absurd. Like, I peeped the full list of crafting recipes. Oh my fucking god, dude. Those tier 4 crafts were all incredibly exciting. I'm still a little bit, like, freaked out by the synthesis one. Synthesis one got me weirded out a bit. Like, I'm not sure how viable that is. I didn't play that much. Not the Fracture. It's the one that gives you a synthesis implicit. The Fracture one, I understand. It just, like, locks a mod permanently, pretty much, which is really fucking cool. But the synthesis one, as someone who has not played that much synthesis also, I'm glad I noticed that you followed, because I don't have headphones, so I can't hear the desktop audio at all. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it. But yeah, as someone who did not play that much of synthesis, I really don't know how exciting synthesis implicits can get. I know, yeah, no, even from the start, like, the crafting options are just absurdly good compared to what you typically have in Path of Exile. It's gonna be a fun one, that's for sure. Gonna be a fun one. Armor received from body. I mean, that's a good node. I know, it's usable instead of, like, a currency that you hoard, because you know, most of the time, if you get an Exalt, you're like, well, especially if you're in a trade league, obviously, you're not going to be like, let's slam a really good item, because most of the time, I feel like at least the majority of players don't really know what to qualify as a good enough item to slam with an Exalt. And it's like much, much more likely that you're going to get more value out of it if you just buy something with the Exalt. For most players. 25% chance that if you would gain endurance charges, you instead gain up to your maximum number of endurance charges. So it says up to. I assume that means that you're not always going to get your max. It just has a random chance of giving you anywhere from 1 to your max amount. Well, that's pretty damn good. It is good, like, to get more people into Path of Exile crafting, especially because if they do plan on going that direction, when they cull a little bit of the loot flood, they really, really do need crafting that is, like, slightly more accessible than how it currently is. I really love Path of Exile crafting, even in its current non-harvest state. That being said, though, I think that Harvest is going to be absurdly strong as, like, a league. I think that once it gets toned down, because I have, like, right off the bat, I would be very surprised if they did not keep Harvest going forward once the league is over. And I think it's going to be a lot more reasonable if it's, you know, not something you're doing literally all of the time. Because, like, if you're getting, you know, tons of seeds every single map, like, you're gonna get some crazy items. You're gonna get some crazy items incredibly quickly. But if it's just like, you know, one harvest seed cache every, let's say 10 maps once they add it to the main game. It is still powerful, still accessible, but, you know, not the only way that people engage with crafting. Probably. There are definitely some issues, like, really don't like how your crafts are, like, instanced in the moment, and if you don't use them, like, within the instance, they're just gonna fade away when you end the instance, which is, like, how long is it? 8 to... somewhere between 8 and 15 minutes of, like, leaving an instance. It goes away forever. The most frustrating thing about that is that since you don't know what the craft is gonna be until you actually, like, fight the monsters, at least that's how they've set it so far, unless they set it somewhere else. Like, when you're growing the seed, it tells you, like, you're gonna get a physical craft, right? It doesn't tell you this is gonna be, like, a physical annul, right? You don't know it's gonna be a physical annul until after you kill all of the enemies. So, not knowing exactly what the craft is means that a lot of the time you're going to get a craft that, like, say you were expecting, or not expecting, but, like, hoping for a physical exalt, right? And you get a physical annul, which is still, like, a really good craft. Like, I would love to save that. However, you've just got nothing to put it on. And especially if you're in trade leagues, you're going to be a lot more incentivized to, like, try and trade someone for a good item that could use a physical annul, even though, like, I don't know. There's obvious examples where you might want a physical annul, but not that many. Anyways, you would be incentivized to, like, trade. But you have to trade real fucking quickly, because otherwise, goodbye to that craft. Yeah, I mean, surely the meta will shift. Hopefully not as much as the Herald shit was last league. Delirium Heralds were... maybe a bit of an oversight. Alright, let's do some progress here. Enough talking about Harvest. We can talk about Harvest when Harvest is out tomorrow. Yeah, no. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for the league itself, honestly. Although people will be upset when their crafts are kind of unusable. Even though they're, like, good crafts, like not having an item that you want that specific craft on, it's kind of, like, shitty to be like, well, that's a great fucking craft, but I guess I'll throw it in the trash for now because I don't have an item I want to use it on right now. I think, like, there are a few ways you could fix it, or not fix it, but at least, like, make it better. Like, they already have, like, a infrastructure system, right? Like, just have a few storage containers where you can put, like, maximum 5 crafts, right? Because, like, a physical exalt is an incredibly strong craft. Like, if you're, you know, rolling a bunch of physical seeds, and, like, you were expecting, oh, maybe I'll get 1 physical exalt, and you accidentally get, like, 3, it's gonna be really fucking sad if you have to just throw away a couple of those. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think a longer timer still has issues. Like, it fixes it for trade leagues, but, like, solo self-bound still gets kind of fucked over by crafts going away when the instance closes. Just, like, let you itemize. Well, itemize is a bad word, because itemizing it implies that you can trade it. I think it's good that you're not allowed to directly trade the crafts, because obviously their goal is that they want everybody to engage with crafting. They don't want people to just farm the crafts and then sell them as an item. That's very clearly why they've decided to do it this way. but like let you store at least like 5. You know, 5 is fine. Just let me store like 5 of them so I can have some good crafts to be excited about for the future. But yeah, that's the biggest issue I think currently exists with the system. It's going to be more of an issue if it stays in Path of Exile after the League. Because there are going to be so many seeds during the League, like, yeah, you're probably going to have so many that it doesn't really matter if you lose a few crafts, but after the League ends and seeds are a lot rarer, being able to store a few crafts would be very nice. Am I theory crafting? Currently, if you're talking about my build, I'm reading the Juggernaut's Ascension Tree for pretty much the first time in my life. Okay, what's Jug do? I'm probably gonna roll Jug, just because I want Tectonic Slam, and obviously Tectonic Slam generates, benefits from endurance charges, which Jug generates a lot of. Speaking of Jug. Ooh. I need to make sure I don't go over the cap of 50%. Wonder where Molten Strike will land? I would be kind of surprised if it moved that much. I feel like Molten Strike's gonna be fine. In fact, they showed some nutty stuff with, strikes. Wasn't there like a... Was it a... Let me open up Firefox again. I thought they showed it on their Twitter, right? Was it a keystone or a... Oops. I can't remember if it was a keystone or just a random fucking node. Where was it? Abyssal Cry? Increased strikes, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. Yeah. You got it. You knew before I did. Seems like it's gonna be about as good as it's always been, if not better. But I guess I didn't see the changes to Molten Strike. I mean, I've got the 2020 gem page up. I could look for Molten Strike. Assuming you mean that it's actually been changed and not... Oh wait, yep, Molten Strike. 60% Fizz to Fire. 3 additional projectiles, 20% increased fire damage. Plus 6 to melee strike range. That feels new at the very least. Changed how it scales, and the Wildfire Gem. What is the Wildfire Gem? Is that a new gem? I don't, like, honestly know what original Molten Strike looked like since I've never used it. But now it's not based on more projectiles. Not as based on more projectiles. Dot damage from projectiles dealing less damage is interesting. I'm not sure if that was old. I'm definitely leaning towards Jug. Just makes sense. My alternate pick would be Chieftain. I posited the idea that... who are you, Champion? Champion would be okay, but... I mean, Tectonic Slam is similar to Earthquake, kind of, in that it's big and AoE. But fairly different. So that seems nice. Yeah, Tectonic's looking good, dude. Tectonic's looking real nice. When you stun an enemy, I mean, come on. The more generation I can get, the better. Although, okay, so I need to think about what my actual physical damage reduction is going to be. You think Perforate will be OP? I know they changed it. I used it once, but not for that long. So I don't know what changed. I don't even think I got it to level 20 when I used it. Creates 2 additional spikes if you change stances recently. Changes filled the gap in the spikes so it's more consistent. I mean, that's nice. It's like Nuclear Throne. That was like, you know, speaking of Nuclear Throne, I got my Nuclear Throne shirt on. For the longest time in Nuclear Throne, there's a mutation in the game where your melee swings go farther, but for like half a year at the very least, your swings went farther, but it added a gap in between your player and where your swing starts. So when you swung a melee weapon, if an enemy was close to you in like the most of melee ranges, it would completely miss. Great feeling. Put that in every video game. Okay, so that's... I feel like this is now gone from like what was going to be an hour stream to me talking for way too long about literally everything. And the stream will never end. So I hope you're in here for the long run. This one's going forever. Unstoppable is good. It's not fantastic, though. Increased accuracy rating gives me... Wait, where is my hit chance? Jesus. That is... That's a lot of accuracy you get from that. Yeah. That is how it works. Time just melts away. Okay, let's start... Give me node power. Let's start building the actual tree. This part goes fast, because I just kind of go recklessly and find my way. You know what? Let's find my keystones I want to touch. I'm just going to take fastest route and path effectively afterwards. What's that? War cries are instant. I'm probably going to use at least one war cry. Let me look at the war cries. Let me see what I actually want out of war cries. I know I'm gonna at least use one war cry. Alright, new gems. Ancestral Cry, yeah, that's the one that buff grants 2 melee strike range per 5 power. 257 armor per 5 power. Exerted strikes target 2 additional enemies. So, very clearly strike focused with that one. Earth Shatter is the weird looking skill. That's right. What would the slam one be? General's Cry... General's Cry is a weird one. Intimidating Cry. Lowers the effect of enemy physical damage reduction. How many enemies actually have physical damage reduction? That would be a good thing to know in deciding if I want this or not. I'm going to be doing fire damage, though. What am I talking about? I don't really care. Seismic Cry seems like a slam. War Cry. Performs a War Cry, taunting nearby enemies to attack the user and exerting subsequent slam attacks. There you go. Grants a buff, which makes it easier for you to stun enemies. Also good. 200% increased knockback distance. Base duration is 4.9 seconds. When it says duration, what is that talking about? Is that talking about... Surely it's not talking about how long you have to stand still while casting this. There's no way that it's nearly 5 seconds to scream. I refuse to believe that. 10% increased cooldown recovery speed. Knocks back and interrupts enemies in a small area. Counts Total power of enemies in range. Buff grants 5% reduce enemy stun threshold per 5 power to a maximum of 30%. Exerts the next 4 melee slam attacks you perform. It's interesting that they note it as melee, implying that they may add ranged slam attacks in the future. I already mentioned, like, if anything was going to be a ranged slam attack, Tectonic Slam would be the one. It's a little bit silly that, like, it goes way beyond the screen distance. It can go really fucking far. But they're counting it as melee still. Vol attacks, channeling attacks, and attacks which repeat cannot be exerted. Exerted attacks deal 30% more damage. Exerted attacks deal 30% more damage per previous attack exerted by this Warcry. Interesting. Duration refers to how long it lasts before it goes on cooldown. And you can lower the cooldown. Got it. Thanks for the info. I really like the increasing damage per exerted attack. Wait a second. Am I going crazy here? It says by this Warcry, but like, I assume that it means that, like, when it says by this Warcry, I assume it means by Seismic Cry. Or sorry, no, I assume it means by this, like, activation of the Warcry and not just Seismic Cry as a whole. Because, like, if it means Seismic Cry as a whole, couldn't you just wait? Like, stop attacking until you can use Seismic Cry again, thus making it so, like, how many exerted attacks? It exerts 4 attacks, right? You get 4 exerted attacks. So at the end of this, let's see, you start with 30% more damage, and you get 30% extra per each previous exerted attack. So by the end of 4 attacks, you're doing an additional 120%? 150%? The next attack would be 150%, but the 4th attack is 120%. If you wait for the cooldown and then use Seismic Cry again, so that your 5th attack is also exerted by Seismic Cry, does that mean you do 150%? Into 180%? Into 210%? It's vague wording. I feel like it probably just means, like, the maximum you can get from it is 120%. I think that's what they're trying to say there. And increased area of effect. So the idea is that you don't want to, assuming it is how I think it likely works, you don't want to use Seismic Cry again before using your previous exerts. Because I assume it would reset you back to... Yeah, the exerts are sequenced 1 to 4. That's what I figured it works like. So using Seismic Cry before you finished all 4 of them. I mean, I know no 5th exists, but I'm saying, like, since the wording says exerted attacks deal 30% more damage per previous attack exerted by this Warcry, like, that sort of implies that if you just stopped attacking after the 4th attack, and then Warcried again, that you would have a 5th exerted attack. But it probably doesn't work that way. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's vague whether it actually allows that. Like, does it allow you to technically have constant exertion uptime? Therefore, meaning you constantly do 30% more damage on every single attack after your first attack? Or is it capped at 120%? I feel like it's going to be capped at 120%. That's how I read into that. But lowering the cooldown isn't as good if it's capped at 120%. I mean, it's still good. You still want to be able to use it as soon as your 4 attacks are over. whether it stacks endlessly or not, and assuming all things are balanced in this world. Oh yeah, I didn't even see what the cooldown was. 8 seconds. That's a steep one. That is a steep one. It's a steep one. Alright. Back to this shit. Well, okay, no, back to this shit. I wanted to see if there was a different war cry I might want to use along with it. I mean, I don't know, dude. Okay, so use time is listed beneath the cooldown time, I see. So it takes nearly a full second for these. PRP, you're distracting me. You are distracting me, but it's welcome distraction. You're fine. That being said, I should fucking do something a little bit. And also, yeah. Go ahead. Exerted attacks deal double damage. Holy shit. So there's definitely, like, a lot of benefit to using more than just one war cry. Damn, dude. This is really making me think I'm gonna want to use both of these war cries. Situational. Is it, though? If I'm getting cooldown time pretty damn low, even though it only exerts 2 attacks, like, even if 2 out of every 6 attacks is double damage, that's still a lot of extra damage. Yeah. But, I mean, you're gonna want that. You're still gonna want that. Or at least I'm gonna want that on hardcore. You can't just ignore bosses when you're on hardcore. Okay. So I'm feeling like I am probably going to roll for multiple war cries. Oof. 2 extra seconds of cooldown for the increased war cry, or increased war cry speed. I should also look at Fist of War, because I'm likely to use it with Tectonic Slam, but I haven't actually looked at it. Maybe I won't use it. Supports Slam skills, providing a powerful boost when they're used, with a delay before they can be boosted again. Cannot support Vol skills or triggered skills, cannot modify the skills of minions. Only skills you use yourself can receive the boost. It's very strange that they had to say, doesn't work on triggered, doesn't work on minions, and also only skills you use yourself. Like, really nailing that point home. Support skills have 10% increased area effect. Attack with supported skills are ancestrally boosted no more than once every 1.8 seconds. That is longer than I would like it to be. And that's at 2020. Really? Ancestral Boost does not apply to repeats of the attack. Ancestral Boosted Slams deal 148% more damage with hits, 100% more damage with ailments, 59% increased area of effect. Okay. 1.8 seconds. Damn. Damn, that's slow. That is really fucking slow. Still, might be able to work if I, like, really don't care about attack speed, so I get more uptime with that. Also, like, that's kind of hard to balance because, like, the closer you're getting to it being constantly active, it's actually, like, the closest you are to it without actually reaching it is the farthest you will ever be, if that makes any sense. So say I have, like, one attack every 1.7 seconds. That means I attack, I get boosted. Then I attack 1.7 seconds later, I don't get boosted. I attack 1.7 seconds later, I do get boosted. This isn't exactly how I thought it worked. It really is just every other attack still because of the way it works. What am I thinking of? You know what? Someone probably knows the way I thought it worked in my brain. Less duration support. You think that, it doesn't really tell you whether Fist of War is affected by duration. I would assume, since it doesn't say the word duration anywhere, that it's not affected by this. What is Shockwave again? Supports melee attack skills, cannot be triggered. Supported attacks deal 10% increased melee damage. Supported skills will trigger Shockwave on melee hit. Nope. No. I don't think I care. Don't think I care about that. Okay. Well then. Let's do some shit. So I'm probably going to use 2 Work Rise, meaning that's not as viable. Increase to physical damage from strength applies to... No. Where... Aren't there... You can inflict fleeting on enemies up to 8 times? No. Don't think I need that. Life leech per second is doubled. Life regeneration has no effect. I'd rather not. You know what? Let's go back here for a bit. Just tell me what's good, game. How are you telling me that's not good? What the fuck are you doing, game? I have it set that I'm using endurance charges, right? Yeah. Okay. I am gonna say that I have Fortify, by the way, because I, in most cases, probably will. I can't see why I wouldn't just put it on a Leap Slam or something, like you always typically do in this game. Although they did make the damage modifier on it pretty good. So obviously Undeniable is like really good because I have no accuracy at the moment. It is undecided if I care to get accuracy. So attack rate of 1, that means I'm attacking once per second. Is there any way I could make that slower? Okay. Added fire damage helps. This is gonna... It's gonna kind of mess with things that my accuracy is so low, I think. I should really just look at... Because I'm probably gonna have to take this. I don't want to be forced to get a bunch of accuracy rating or dex. And that's really good. 3% increased damage if you dealt a critical strike in the past 18 seconds. Or 8 seconds, not 18. Increased accuracy rating if you dealt a critical strike. So I would like to crit if I'm going for this, which is good, because by going for that, it's like nearly as good as going for this. There it is. Like, see? Yeah, there you go. This is better. I think this is better. This is the right path to take in life. So it's between these three. 1% additional physical damage reduction per endurance charge, 8% reduced elemental damage taken while at maximum endurance charges. That's not going to happen all that often since I'm consuming my endurance charges, but you know, it'll happen sometimes. I would say maybe 50% of the time that works. Chaos res per endurance charge. Sure. We can pretend. Well, okay, I guess on hardcore, I probably should care about chaos damage quite a bit more than I ever do with the Conquer. Like, this isn't bad at all. That being said, this is better. This is also very good. I'm not going to be at max endurance charges all that often. Oh, this is hard. I think, like, I'm going to have a shit ton of endurance charges if I'm playing this right. So that's going to give me more physical damage reduction than 5, in all likelihood. But that's not just fizz damage, that is all damage. It's just all damage sources, 5% less. Whew. And it's got a shit ton of recovery. This is tough. This is tougher than I'd like. This is just, I don't know. I shouldn't care about this as much as I keep giving it thought. Just fucking ignore Unstoppable. It's not, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take Unstoppable. Makes no sense. Let's wait on that one. Yeah. It's freaking me out. Why is this saying this does nothing for me? Like, it literally tells me the positives I gain from this. And they're not bad. They could be better, because I'm gonna get more max endurance charges, but what's the deal, dude? What is the deal? I could also, I just kind of took this without really thinking about it. 8% increased damage for endurance charge. That's a lot of damage. And area of effect. And endurance charge generation. Okay, I kind of do want this. Oh, the stun duration is really good too. That's too good of a node to get rid of. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on selecting my final Ascension node. What else am I looking for in this world? Is it not even... Oh, it's probably because I should, like, say that I impale or something. Is the enemy... Oh! Wait a second, impale is stupid, right? Why am I even giving this thought? Impale is fizz, right? It's fizz only? God. Let me fucking impale. Impale is fizz only, right? No, not on enemies. When a hit applies impale, it's fizz! It's fizz! Hello. How's it going? I'm stupid. Yeah, fuck impale. God, that kind of fucks me up. I have no idea where I'm going with this build now. My build is yep, one node. We got one node down. I have been streaming for an hour and 23 minutes and I got one node, and I'm not even sure if I want it. I'm down to 0, but I got the Ascension sorted. I've been talking too much, man. Okay. Flat life. A lot of fizz damage. We're going this way. Attack speed. Who needs it? Who needs it? Skipping it. Okay, you're kind of forcing me to take it. As much as I disrespect that, I'm going to take it. I would like a little bit of crit. Just a teensy bit of crit so I get more benefit out of... what again? Out of this. Undeniable. So let's just... where do I go with crit? Okay, this is crit, apparently. It's accuracy rating and crit. I thought it was just accuracy rating. Shows you how much I know. So at the very least, I'm going to take the major node, also known as a notable in this game. I played it a couple times. It's that more accuracy and crit chance. Is this crit chance? Yeah, that's crit chance, not multiplier. Also gives me reasonable amount of dex and int. Yeah, that's a shit ton of life. That's a big node. Attacks with melee weapons deal 12% increased damage with ailments. Should I... What is the default? If we're not going for impale, we should go for some other form of damage. Obviously. You don't want to just do damage. You want to do damage and something else. So if I can't do something else with impale, and I can't really do something else with bleed, because bleed is also physical, I'm gonna go for ignite. So what was the base chance for ignite on Tectonic Slam? 0? 0. We're looking at a 0% chance to ignite. Not optimal. Nobody said it was going to be easy to get 100% ignite. Let's look for ignite. Okay, it's a little far away. 10% chance to ignite. That's a 10% chance to ignite. Okay. Looking like I'm not going to get it on the passive tree. That's not what I want. 15% chance to ignite. I would have to go way up here. Which is fine, because I don't have to go way down here anymore. What is this stuff? Two-handed melee? I would like to get this. And is that frenzy? Wait, that's that. It's got an endurance over there. I need to stack as many endurance charges. Like, that's the main thing. Let's just look for that first and foremost. Endurance charge stacking is going to be the name of the game. Armor isn't bad either. Oh, wait, where's that? Where's that keystone? There you go. Why are you telling me that's bad? Why? Why? Why are you telling me that's bad, game? It's just, it's not giving me any positive stats for it. Like, I guess it's because they haven't implemented the double armor thing. Because this should, like, how much armor do I have without any increased on the tree? I have 5,000 armor, so technically this should be giving me 10,000 armor. Not giving me, it should be giving me 5,300 more, which is 10,000 total. Quick maths. So yeah, I am going to definitely want that. For sure. And from here... That's not bad. Focus on endurance charges. I definitely want this. Life regen? That's not an insignificant amount of life regen. Okay, I'll tell you what. I do know enough about uniques. Like, I've gotten enough of this incredibly common unique to tell you. I want the rings, right? Like, that seems like a smart play. The ring that just gives you increased endurance charge. It is solo self-found, so I'm gonna have to get them myself. But also, I've gotten fucking hundreds of this ring, so it is not hard to get. Apparently, there are 3 rings that have to do with endurance charges. What is Vivinsect? What? It also just has +1 to minimum endurance charges. Okay, I don't care about that. I have 0 desire for that. I'm gonna be at, like, max endurance charges 90% of the time. Calm's Way or Calm's Sign? I think Calm's Sign is the one Oh wait, no, apparently... Oh, this gets upgraded to Calm's Way. So this is just a straight upgrade. This is 10 to 20 strength, life gain on hit, for each enemy hit, not on... Well, I mean, that's the same thing as on hit, I think. And +1 maximum endurance charge. And this is 10 to 20 strength, life regen. Oh, it just adds life regen per endurance charge. Well, you know, let's pretend I'm going to be cool and get the King's Path prophecy, because I'm just so lucky. Let's add 2 of those bad boys to the mix. And what else? What I saw a shit ton of stuff that had endurance charge on it. There's a lot to look through. I can't use a tower shield because I'm using two-handed. Chainmail. Nope, don't want energy shield because I have doubled armor on my chest plate, so anything that lowers my armor on my chest plate's kind of a no-go. That's armor and evasion. That's a bow. That's armor and evasion. You are immune to bleeding, 50% increased elemental ailment duration on you. Maximum endurance charges, movement speed, elemental resistance, 200% increased armor and energy shield. Ha! Oh, and it's a lab drop. Probably not gonna get that. Let's move on. Flask just gives you charges. Yeah, Dodra's Elixir. I know that one. Gotten that one a few times. Trigger a socketed Warcry skill when you lose endurance charges. Interesting. You lose all endurance charges at maximum endurance charges. Fuck no, dude. What? What the fuck? I mean, obviously, like, it's gonna Warcry like crazy when that happens. That's interesting, but nah. Projectiles pierce. What does this have to do with endurance charges? Oh, because there's 32 variants on that. No thanks. It's a talisman, that makes sense. -1 maximum endurance charges. What is the use case for this? Am I missing something? I probably am missing something. Oh, you know what it is? It's because you can get +1 to minimum endurance charges, and then if you reduce your maximum endurance charges by 2, with 2 fragilities, you would always be at maximum endurance charges, because there are some things that care about being at maximum. Calm's Sign, Calm's Way, Iron Gauntlets, Armor 7. And it's just a chance to gain charges on kill. Horrible. Don't care about that. Jewel. Ground Slam upgrade. Don't care. Don't care. Just a tower shield. Armor. No. Gauntlets. No. Maul. Probably not. That's not horrible. What the fuck? That's actually really good. That's actually really good. What the hell? What the? That's pretty good. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm gonna get this because it's solo self-found, but you know, that would be pretty cool. Titan Gauntlets. 50% increased stun duration on you. You cannot be shocked while at maximum endurance charges. I'm not typically going to be at maximum, so don't care. Okay, I think that about does it, unless this agate amulet. No. No. Okay. I am satisfied with my uniques. just 2 Calm's Ways. And yes, I am losing out on a lot of potential stats by not being able to wear rings. That being said, I gain more endurance charges, and I gain a lot of stuff from endurance charges. Also, really quickly, I should think about this shit. Oak? Oak is probably going to be better than 2 passive points. What is the stat? Like, what? I always have to look this up. Bandits. Deal with the bandits. Okay. Oak. 1% life regen. 2% fizz damage reduction. 20% fizz damage. That is probably better than 2 passive points. In all likelihood. I mean, I can't imagine a world in which that's not. It's like all pretty damn good for me. Cool. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Oh, just like 100 more points to place. And then a lot of rearranging. Alright. How far up do I want to go? It's a good question. I could get some benefits from being here from staves. I do want to use staves in all likelihood. Although that unique maul did look pretty sick. Avatar of Fire would be cool. Oh, and there's some nice staff stuff up there. You know, maybe I want to lean more towards this upper path than I was thinking. Because, like, but the endurance charges, man, you're killing me. That's just charge generation, which I basically got handled entirely. I probably am going to dip down here just for the extra endurance charges, because that's... Oh wait, that's minimum endurance charge. I don't think I care. That's increased area of effect. That's life regen. That's actually... Oh, stun duration. Those are all pretty good. Increased damage. Yeah, okay. Even though I don't really care about the minimum endurance charges, the stuff along the way and the increased damage per endurance charge is probably worth it. Like, let's look at how much damage. That's a solid amount of damage, considering... Well, exactly how... It's 15%. That's a good increase. Currently, I have no support gems, so my damage is obviously really low. But this is not bad. Two-handed melee. Fortify. I'm gonna be using Fortify. Did I toggle that? I should have toggled that. I did toggle that. Not going to have Unholy Might. 20% increase. I mean, I'm gonna have Onslaught when I use a Silver Flask. I'm not sure if I care to gain Onslaught anywhere else. I might as well just look and see if it's available. One node. And it's for axes. Oh, a few nodes over here. Yeah, I'm gonna assume... Well, that's actually not that far. Although it gives me evasion, which I don't care about at all. But also, like... I don't know, 10% isn't worth it, considering I'm going to be using a Silver Flask and have Onslaught from that anyways. So, I mean, I might as well say that I have Onslaught just for, you know, peak damage. Not going to be using Frenzy. Tailwind, Adrenaline. Ooh, I saw Adrenaline earlier. Is there only one source of Adrenaline? From the champion? Yes. Oh, nope. There's something over here. Oh, it's just the title. I'm gonna assume that that's the only source of adrenaline, unless it's like from a unique or something other, like a support gem I don't know about. Anyways, consecrated ground, nah. It doesn't matter really. Map prefixes, don't care. Is your crit chance lucky? Probably not, unless there's a way to do that without a diamond flask. Seemingly not. Seemingly not. What does this do? Yeah. Well, no. I want to increase my crit chance more, so hopefully that is not as strong. Melee distance to enemy. I don't think I care that much, at least. Is the enemy moving? Don't think I care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I would like to burn enemies. I really would. Wait, what's the difference? This also implies that the enemy is burning. What is the difference from ignited and burning? I think there is a difference. I think ignite is a debuff that you put on enemies, and burning is just any fire damage over time. I believe is the way that works. Chilled, frozen, shocked. I mean, I wouldn't be bad to be able to shock enemies, but I don't see it happening. It's not in my books. Is the enemy intimidated? Probably not. Unnerved, covered in ash. Consecrated ground, boss. Okay. Done with all of that. Now let's go for crit. Because crit can be potentially nice for me. Oh, actually, Oh, that actually, I don't need to go all the way up to Avatar of Fire. I can get full damage conversion from these two nodes. I'm glad I saw that. 20% Fizz converted to Fire. 20% Fizz converted to Fire. So Avatar of Fire does literally nothing now. Sick. And I don't have to go out of my way for it. I would love to be able to ignite. I really would. It would make my day. Is it in my cards? Not ignite proliferation. What is it? Burning damage? That's not what I'm looking for. What's it called? Immolate? That's a blue? No. What is... Is it just burning damage? No. I swear. Isn't there one that just gives you ignite chance? Am I losing my mind? Wiki time. Ignite. I don't need this page anymore. What are sources of ignite? Combustion, and it is a blue gem. Goes up to 49%, huh? That's a lot. That's a lot. So, mods on... Okay, thank you. I understand. I can get a pretty decent ignite chance for my staff. Although, relying on a staff mod is not preferable. Helmet Elder. That's duration. Ring Elder. Why is... Oh, that's just a higher level mod. That makes sense. Oh, that's pretty damn good. Although I wouldn't be able to get that if I'm using Calm's Way. Okay. Enchants. It's not really gonna do that much for me. Enchantment. Oh, for elemental hit, I see. Okay. I feel like I kind of just have to get it from the tree, is what I'm seeing. Unless there's a unique that just gives me like 100% ignite chance. I'm gonna assume there isn't. I can't use rings. No. That cannot be ignited. Gave me hope for a little bit before it was immediately sapped away. Thank you. Okay, we got some booties. Some not spectacular booties by the looks of them. It's not horrible. I don't hate it. I could make it work. Where's my... Oh, what the fuck? Firefox puts Control F on the bottom? Ew, it's different, so I am disgusted by it. Flask effect, ignite. Amulet gives me ignite. See, I can't really rely on uniques, right? I can't rely on uniques when I'm playing solo self-found. That's the problem. Okay, so the answer is pretty much get it from the passive tree, I'm seeing. I could get about 50% from a blue gem, combustion. Ignite. Damn, they really don't want me to go for ignite. I'd like to. It's just free damage, free real estate, you know? Man. I kinda have to, right? Like, you can't just do 100% fire damage and not go for ignite. It says my ignite DPS is existent, which is confusing to me because I don't see any chance to ignite. Does fire damage just have inherent chance to ignite that nobody told me about? Ignite is 8%. From what? Chance on non-crit 0% chance. Chance on crit 100% chance. 100% chance to ignite on crit? Why? Is that something I already got? What is that coming from? Is that just how ignite works? Why is that 100% chance on crit? Chance to ignite, 100% chance on crit. I feel like I'm missing something, but I guess that's telling me I want to get more crit chance, and by getting more crit chance, I get more ignite chance. I'm happy. Not gonna crit. Not gonna complain about that. Alright, so where's the big crit chance? There it is. Let's get this baby as close to a hundo as we can. I also really want my hit chance to be a hundo, because it still isn't. And it probably would be if I just got this node, right? Almost. Though I do want the crit chance. Maybe I shouldn't care about multiplier right now. Let's just go for exclusively critical strike chance. Just the chance for now. With maces or scepters, I don't do that. It's not my lifestyle. That's for swords. I mean, I probably want to go here for the Fortify boosts. Speaking of which, let's see what I can do for Fortify in the meantime. Fortify effect and melee damage. Damage with ailments. Let's go back to crit. I can get that later if I need to. Or if I want to. If I have any desire to. See, like, that's nice, but it's really far away. Also, this. I should have some, at least one large jewel socket out there for ya boy. Ya boy cluster jewel. You gotta have at least one. Alright, back to node power. Blind me from all that is irrelevant in this world. Melee crit strike chance, damage penetrate elemental resistance. That's really good. Like, really good. So, yeah, taking that. What is my crit chance at? We're at effective crit chance 17%. Because of my actual hit chance not being 100%. And, like, okay, I haven't even talked about the elephant in the room, that I haven't really gone for the obvious life cluster. Like, okay, I'll do it. I'll get life. 69, let's go. Let's stick at that. Don't need any more increased life. Attack speed and accuracy. And at the end of it all, I get 30% increased crit chance. And overwhelm, 12% physical damage reduction. I'm not doing physical damage. I think that this only applies for what damage you ultimately do. And ultimately, at the end of all calculations, I do 0 physical damage. Right? Yes. DPS, all types, just fire. Just fire on this guy. Okay. Okay. Let's, why is that? Why are you telling me this is not good? What is wrong with you, game? Why are you telling me that block chance isn't good? I'm wielding a staff that's 6% spell and attack block, right? Right? Calcs for block, currently at 20%, and then I take this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, allocating this will give you 6% block chance, 6% spell block chance. Why, game? Why are you telling me that's not good? That brought my block chance up to 30% and 10%. What the fuck? It's not bad. Also, I don't understand how adding 6 increased it. Using stat. Oh, because these also gave me block chance. That's how I went up by 10. Dude. Bro. Why are you saying that that's not good? Anyways, I don't really care about the power charges, but I'm gonna be generating them on accident, so I might as well tick on that I am using power charges. What's that do to my crit? That boosts it quite a bit. Bars. Alright. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Stun duration. Oh, I mean, that's not bad. But, like, do I need it? It doesn't. Oh, it doesn't really give me that much at this point. Let's consider not getting that. Like that. Even that's not giving me that much at this point. And that was 30% increased crit chance. That starting to get diminishing returns on these. As you do. As you do. Okay, I'm now at 100%. And I did need all 3 of those to get to 100%. Hit chance. Which is nice. All of this is subject to change, also. Let that be known. Because, like, this would be going overboard with accuracy rating. And I think is ultimately more crit chance. In total, this is 60% crit chance versus this cluster, which is... Well, okay, those numbers are... Unallocating this node, and all nodes depending on it will give you... How is that possible? Yes, okay. So this, let's just read it as it is. That's giving me 3.9, and this would give me... Where's crit chance? 3.9. Okay, actually the same amount. I see. Understood. But if I don't have that, it's still 3.9. That's how numbers work. We're all learning today. Okay. I probably... What is that? Multiplier? Let's not care about that. What is my crit chance at? Oh my god, it's almost there, dude. It's almost there. And by almost there, I mean almost halfway there. Which I don't know what I do from that point. But for some reason, in my head, I'm like, I want to be at halfway. Where can I get... There's... Please. There's a support for crit, I'm sure. Surely. I'm sure it's green, which isn't going to be that helpful for the cause. Hello. Critical strike potential? No. I want to know if there has to be a support gem that just increases crit chance. Okay, here we go. Support skills. Related base stats. New. That's per quality. Supported skills have plus... No, I don't want this. Supported skills do more spell damage and have less crit chance. Yep, use that 100 times. Control destruction. Increase critical damage. Increase critical strike. So it's blue, which is surprising to me. And close to double crit chance on max gem level. Increased critical strikes. Not bad. How is that not 45%? Wait a second. Is this math correct? What? My crit chance is 45%. Well, oh, you know what? Well, that's unfortunate. I was assuming it was going to give me 88% increase of my modified crit chance, but what it's actually doing is just adding it to the modifier. Okay. Not as good as I was hoping. I can still get really high crit chance. Like, this is... I should really maybe not be going for crit as much as I am. It's kind of a weird thing I'm doing for a slam boy. That being said, my ignite chance is looking pretty good. That being said, my ignite damage... Well, actually, that's not that bad. Well, actually, that is that bad, considering my DPS without ignite. So, maybe I shouldn't care so much. Still, getting close to 50% crit isn't horrible. I just don't want to double down quite as hard as I have, when I could benefit more from also just doing more damage in the first place. So which nodes out of these do I want to keep? Probably these, because those are pretty solid. I'm not going to be doing fire damage over time. I give up on ignite. It's just going to happen sometimes, but I'm not really going to try for it. This node's pretty good, right? Yeah, it's just extra fire damage. That's not bad. Even though the rest of the node isn't super good, at least not the spell part. Just increased elemental damage. Oh, and damage resistance penetration. Yeah, take that 2%. And what is this? Extra lightning damage? Yeah, I mean, it is just extra damage. I don't think I care that much, though, about that, since I'm not getting any modifiers for lightning damage. No. What do I benefit from going all the way up here? Increased elemental damage with staves, and 5% elemental resistance penetration. Not bad. Oh my god, plus more on the way. And this is... accuracy rating, critical strike, critical strike. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go for that then. Pathing isn't too horrible. The benefits are very good. I should start removing some of this crit stuff, because I really went overboard with it. I can remove that and still keep my hit chance, though if I'm going to start removing things like this, I will need my hit chance again. This one is just like really... I don't know, it's really... It's hard to tell at this point what I should be doing with any of this. Also, you gotta keep in mind, you want to save some of your points for cluster jewels. I think I'm gonna cull a decent amount of this crit shit. Yeah, Maim is a fizz thing, isn't it? Maimed enemies have... Oh, it's no extra damage at all. What the fuck? Maim is stupid. Why has my phone been on the calculator this entire time? Okay, Fortify Effectiveness. Fortify Effect is really good. And the benefits on the way are fine also. Yeah. This is also good, ain't it? Damage penetrates, 8% fire res, yeah. So that means I can get rid of this garbage. Nice. Clean. I should really get more life. 69% is not a lot. This is supposed to be hardcore, huh? I'm gonna have to cull a lot of stuff. Quite a bit. I don't have, like, any increased armor either, dude. Alright, give me life. Very good. Armor. Generate life per endurance charge. I mean, having more recovery wouldn't be a horrible thing. Also, fortify effect, fortify effect, fortify effect, and armor. This is actually significantly better than the other fortify effect. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just don't care about this. I mean, it is still good. It's still, how much fortify effect? 10% and 10% and 20% total. Okay. I mean, a shit ton of strength. It's kind of cool. How much do I actually benefit from this? Not that much. Not that much. I don't know. Kind of, though, when you think about it. Kind of, though. This feels like the squishiest character I've ever made. Despite having an absurd amount of endurance charges, that's really not everything in this world. I should know that. This pathing is gross and could probably be better. But I don't know, that's not that terrific either. Man. I need more life. Just search for life, please. Maximum life, armor. See, the thing is, my armor really sucks. I'm getting double armor. I should have really tried to focus a little bit more on that thing. That whole double armor thing. Man, I'm not really feeling so confident about this anymore. I might have to sack this. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I might have to sack this. That's... I think I can safely sack that, though. It does hurt a little bit. There's like nothing blue for me. Like, nothing blue. Okay, I should be going for these huge increase maximum life. What do I have on option that's huge? I could go there for 6. That's not really what I would qualify as huge. I know that's increased max fire res, but 5%, nah. I'd have to go all the way to the end for this, and it's only 8. Nah. That's 2 nodes away, and it's 10%. Let's go. That's the kind of node I'm looking for. We're getting there. We are getting there. God, what a dirty, god-awful tree. I love it. Yeah, that one's a little far away. Kind of unmanageable. Like, I really want increased armor, too, but, like, fucking... Where am I gonna get the points? Where am I gonna get the points and still have enough to get some sick notables out of a cluster jewel? No, that's horrible. Don't get that. I feel like I have to cull some stuff over here. I feel like I have to cull this stuff? What is this giving me? 7% damage. 75 life regen. How much percentage life regen is that? Oh, I guess I could just see. 0.2% life regen per endurance charge is all I'm missing out on, and the damage, but yeah. Yeah, I think I don't care. And if I really did care, I could at least, like, cut it off to that point. That's 2 points I can save. I kind of don't really respect this all that much. What is my... If I have Fortify active, which I think I do. Yes. What is my physical damage reduction? Damage taken. Mitigation is 24%. Oh, wait, what? Hit damage taken as 100% as physical. Mitigation. Oh, sorry, Mike. 0.24. Taken. 0.7. Final 0.17? I don't understand what those numbers are trying to tell me. What does it mean, final? Why is taken and final two different numbers? I'm gonna assume that means I'm... And also, why is mitigation 0.24, but taken is 0.7? Oh! Okay, wait, no, so I'm taking 0.3 less. Well, I'm taking 30% less, to be less ambiguous. From Fortify, so I'm taking 70%, and then I'm mitigating 24%. Somehow the final number is 0.17. Who knows how that is working. Whatever. And then also 0.62 is just a completely different number on the right there. I am decently close to being finished. But I feel like this is just not implemented in Path of Building at all, so I can't really tell what's going on with it. Do I just spend the extra points there and there to get another 12% life? Wouldn't be horrible. It's kind of like the best options for life I have at this moment. I think it's all I got. Well, actually, that's just the same thing as getting a 5 and a 5, a 4 and a 6, but I'm also getting other benefits here. I'm getting extra armor here, extra recovery from flasks, extra elemental resistances, not that that really matters. Why is my intelligence required so high? Is it the war staff? Oh shit. That's a problem I wasn't expecting to have to solve. Damn. Maybe I just swap to Maul at the last second. Go to two-handed mace. That would change quite a bit, though. That would change quite a bit. I wouldn't have block. I really want the block. Could even go for glancing blows. Get benefits from on block. It's probably beneficial. It's also not that far away from me. Fun thing just happened. But why? Playing Pokemon and it crashed! That is kind of fun. You weren't lying. You really weren't. What do I lose for this? A lot of average damage. I kind of want that one. What do I lose for this? Not that much. Fuck it. And at this point, I'm wasting like a lot of pathing nodes just to get one extra endurance charge, a little bit of extra benefit from it, and the life. I kind of feel like I cull this. Or at least cull this. Oh, but the life though, at least cull this maybe? Damn, dude. I'm starting to have to make some rough calls on this. Maybe I just am fine with this. 150% increased life. Although, okay, at the very least... Oh, they spell it the European way. At the very least... Let's try and get some armor. You take 20% reduced extra damage from critical strikes. 20% reduced effective curses on you. It's not bad, but not spectacular. I also want to look for block. Okay. This is like... I really do want this block chance. I have to rethink a lot. So, what's that bring my block chance up to? 41? Even with glancing blows? Yes? No. No. So I am actually blocking 82% of the time. It's just, you know, the way glancing blows works. Is I'm still going to take 50% of that damage, obviously. Where else can I get block? Way up there, not happening. And that's it, okay. What is this for? With a shield. Nope, not happening. There's a lot of block chance with shields, obviously, but not happening. Okay, so that was a lot of block I got. That's not a good armor cluster. Why is it undervaluing my armor so much? Oh my fucking god, where did I get all that armor? It's been a while since I've looked. Maybe I don't need any more armor. Maybe I'm done with my tree. Let me take the last few glancing blows at it. How much does this actually do for me? Not that much. It gives me a lot of strength, which makes me happy. But the strength bonus is not that spectacular for me. So let's save those 3 points and spend them elsewhere. Obviously there's, like, you know, lots of things I could do to get extra damage everywhere. That would increase Fortify also. This would give me stun stuff. This would give me AoE stuff, which isn't bad with the skill I'm using, obviously. Damage is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Do I care, though? I think I am more likely to want to save my remaining points for cluster jewels. And then the final step of this, assuming everything is like not with super glaring issues, 97% chance of hit chance is fine. I could just do one last... Like, this doesn't get me to 100. It does get me to 100. God, that's kind of fucking worth it. 4 points to get that 100%. That's almost 100, though. Is this 100? With both of these? Not even with both of those. Fuck, dude. So close to 100%. Is there like a... So there's like 2 clusters that I could get that both bring me to 100%. How much is 100% actually giving me? It feels bad to miss attacks. It feels very bad to miss attacks. Okay, this is probably the one I would care most about since it has no pathing. Although we've already gone over how the overwhelm with physical damage reduction doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. I don't think that actually does anything. Damn it, dude. Why isn't there just a nice, friendly source of accuracy that we can all get behind? As a community, is that so hard to ask for? I probably don't need that, honestly. It's a lot of damage, though. Dude, what am I doing? Is it that important for me to have 100%? No! The answer is no. I'm gonna stop the tree for now. This is probably fucking entirely fine. As is. It's gonna be fine. My life is still a little scary. Although I don't have belt, I don't have amulet set. Those are the only 2. But I can get life on that. On those 2 pieces of equipment. And I will get life on those 2 pieces of equipment. Moving on, the final step, I am just going to slam in some support gems just so I can see this number go up and be happy about it. I'm not going to put awakened gems just because that's kind of unreasonable. Probably never going to get an awakened gem or awokened gem on my hardcore playthrough. Elemental damage with attacks is an easy one. Multi-strike is actually maybe not what I want if I'm gonna be going for the support that gives me the friend who slams with me. Friendly slammer. Whatever, let's just put it in for now. Make the number go as high as possible. Oh, I still need int. Oh, that's the one thing I actually do need. I don't want to get it exclusively from equipment, because that's... You know, 50 int from equipment is kind of a steep ask. Just throw 2 points away. 1 there. I don't want a path, though. Oh, but I could go this way. And it doesn't require pathing. There you go. Throwing those points away. if I get good equipment... Wait, why do I need dex? Where is that coming from? God damn it, dude. Doesn't it tell you here? Yeah. Oh, multi-strike? Really? Whatever. That's probably never gonna be an issue. And if it is, then I could do... I'm probably not even gonna use multi-strike, so I don't even know why I'm giving it the time of day. Concentrate effect. I don't know if I want concentrate effect. I kind of like big area, but that is really, really big damage. So let's just slap it on there. All of these are subject to change, but support gems are easy to swap out, so not that big of a deal. Why is added cold damage above added fire damage? How does that make sense? I have wait, I guess I don't have any modifiers for fire damage outside of my weapon. Wait, no, I definitely do. I have at least a few. Not a lot, but like, where's the... Yeah, there's that. Come on now. Did I keep these nodes? Yeah, I kept that. Well, that's elemental, but that's fire. Come on. Oh, actually, I guess it... No, that's fire. Yeah. Yeah. Ruthless? What even is that? Every third time you use a sword attack. I kind of hate that. I would rather have consistent damage. Alright, there you go. 6 link. Total DPS, 140,000. It's not a lot. It's kind of sad. That's not including any buffs, though. Like, I'm gonna have the War Cries. I'm gonna have, what? Punishment? Really? Flammability is not better than Punishment? That's average damage up by 34%. That's average damage up by 38%. What is... It's because this is giving me Leech. Oh, and this is giving me Ignite damage? Total DPS up by 51%? What does Punishment do? Curses all targets in an area, causing them to grant a buff to anyone they hit. So, like, they have to hit me for that. Just give me Flammability, please. And give me... I don't know. I'm not gonna generate Rage, so that does nothing. Give me Anger. And give me... What is Ancestral War Chief? Ooh, what? It's a totem? No, thank you. I mean, I know it's free damage, so I probably should, but whatever. What is Phase Run? And why is this giving me damage? 30% more damage. It's 155 dex requirement, no thanks. Ancestral Protector. I mean, why not? It's just a fun little totem buff, I guess. Cool. What else can I slam down? I can slam down Ancestral... No, I can only have one totem alive. What does this one do? I would rather have melee damage than attack speed. Delete. Blood and Sand. Really? Sure. Blood and Sand. How much mana have I reserved? Not a lot, honestly. Unreserved mana, 40%. I could get another. Precision? Really? Haste. Hatred. These are weird things they're giving me. Herald of Purity. I can only have one active Herald, right? Right? I don't have a Herald active, though. Wait, is Anger not a Herald? It's not a Herald, it's an aura. Just increased fire damage. Whoopsies. Sure. unreserved mana is 15%. That's decent. Honestly, I would probably swap out Blood and Sand for the one that blinds enemies, just because I think that's a better passive. But there you go. I made the number go high, and I didn't even do the war cries. Cool. It's not bad. It's not great. Hopefully the war cries like really boost that number. Whatever, dude. It's a build. I can change it as I go if it's really horrible, which I'm sure it will be. And I'll have more information once some of this stuff is implemented. Like, clearly this isn't really implemented, at least not fully. Clearly they don't have the new skill gems, you know. It'll get better. Alright, what do I call this? Slam. Yep. Creative, I know. Oh, you know what? The final thing to do, actually. I never added the last Ascendancy node. What do I think at this point? I don't have that much recovery. I'm leaning towards the recovery at this point. I have a lot of damage reduction already. The Fortify and Fortify effect is, like, probably getting close to the cap of this, if not already breaching it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I'm preventing so much damage, especially with, like, a shit ton of block, and I assume that this is going to account for, like, physical damage prevented from hits, I assume will also account for the damage being reduced from blocks and glancing blows. So, yeah, pretty sick, fairly defensive, effectively have 30,000 armor. Is that right? That seems absurd. Maybe it's right, though. Anyways, that's the build. Thanks for watching me talk for too long. I don't know. It's kind of weird ending this, but fucking, I don't know. See you next time, I guess.